Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of FFTCG Rare Card Spotlight. Now, as you know, I've been doing these series to kind of keep the community aware of any rare or exclusive cards coming out, particularly for collectors and investors, so they know to nab on these cards really quick before they start going up in price. Previously, I did one on the Laswell promo, and of course the A002, which to this day remains the rarest card in the game as far as I know. But I promised last time that I'd do another cool follow-up video, and I'm making good on that promise today. So of course, some of the rarest cards in Final Fantasy TCG are always the A prefix cards, which, as I understand it, stands for advertising, and there is an A- card after the A002, and you're about to see that today. Ta-da! So this is the A003 Promo. It was released recently at the Tokyo Final Fantasy Fanfest. I believe it was to celebrate Final Fantasy XIV. You'll even see that it has Final Fantasy XIV up here. And this rare card spotlight is actually kind of special because it actually has two cards, because this sealed pack from Tokyo actually has two cards inside of it. So why don't we go ahead and open it up before I start talking about it. Now, of course, my scissors are coming out of retirement. For a card this rare, the scissors are mandatory. So we're going to go ahead and snip this one. And let's unleash the beast. And there we have it, a Gem Mint A003. Of course, I'm going to get this card graded. I'm hoping it'll get a 10. As you can see, it was fresh out of the pack. And let's take a look at it. Again, like the A002, this is a non-foil. I'm not a big fan of that. I didn't play Final Fantasy XIV, but I believe this character is Ardyn. You guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, it has the A-003 prefix down there, the QR code like always. I'm assuming this is just saying to go look at the website. It says Final Fantasy XIV here. I'm not sure what that says. I can't read Japanese and I didn't translate it beforehand. But all in all, a very cool card. Very rare, very exclusive. Look at that surface condition. This is just an absolute perfect condition. I have no doubt that this is going to go for a lot of money unless they release more of them in the future. Now, it's a sealed pack, so it comes with two cards. And as it turns out, this one is also part of the rare card spotlight. The PR-049, I believe it's Raubahn Full Art Promo. So this is also from Final Fantasy XIV. Looks really cool. Again, it's non-foil only. As far as I know, I don't think there's a foil version. It remains to be seen whether this one will be released in other languages and whether or not there'll be like a foil version of it if it becomes like a prize promo or something. But the general consensus for right now is that the Tokyo Fan Fest was the only place to get it, in which case it is technically just as rare as this if they're only released together. But as far as I know, I'm not sure if they'll do reprints of this and just give them out kind of in a more easy way. But if they don't, this will be one of the rarest Final Fantasy cards of all time as well. And again, the condition, the corners, everything is absolutely perfect. These are going to go straight into card savers and be sent to Beckett. Hopefully I get a 10 on these. I'm going to be really pissed if they do something stupid like dock me 1 point on centering or something to give me a 9.5. But these are mint condition, pack fresh cards, unlike my A002. And I'm glad that they kind of put it in this sealed pack. Like here, I have another one over here. These kind of things do a lot for ensuring the integrity of the card. The A002, I heard they had just kind of thrown in a gift bag. But when they put it in these like package sleeves, it just does so much for the condition of the cards. Now, talking about these cards kind of brings me to another subject. The fact that these are, as far as anyone knows currently, Japan-only exclusives, which is really starting to piss everybody off, including myself, because I considered myself kind of an English card-only collector. I don't collect the chapters cards or anything like that. And then the natural question is, why do you have these then? It's because I don't like the holes in my collection, because I kind of binder everything by card number, and I have big holes in it when I'm missing cards and I can't get them in the English language. I'm talking about the Chinese promos, the JP exclusives like the A002. And actually, this should be the last time this happens, according to Kageyama. From what I heard, a lot of collectors and players were complaining about this, and Kageyama actually promised that in the future, he would try not to do any more language exclusives, which I think is excellent news. So I think what he's going to try to do is for all promo cards like this, like the A prefix cards, they're going to be given out at more than just a single event in a single country. He's going to try and think of ways to have every language have a chance to get these cards, or at minimum, at least have an English version of the card. And I think that's great because I think it's really unfair. I mean, the Final Fantasy TCG community is very big, not just in Japan, but globally now. I think it's kind of crazy that the only way to get access to these cards is to either be in Japan or to have connections in Japan. Like these I bought from a Japanese collector, really nice guy. And, but you know, no one should really have to do that. No one should have to be paying $100 for stupid buy-a-box promos from China. And hopefully, as much as I'm happy that I have these cards, hopefully I'll never have to import cards from Japan again. But with that said, going to the card itself, it is really sweet. I do wish it was foil. I guess it's like a new precedent they're setting with the A002, that A-series cards are often not foil anymore. I don't know what the reason for that is. But the artwork on this one is actually great. And like, I actually love the horizontal style. This art is also really cool, although it looks more standard. Again, it's the vertical layout. It's an actual card, unlike the A cards. It's an alternate art for Opus 293 Hero. So also really cool card. Again, it's in my rare card spotlight because it was part of the sealed pack. It may or may not be a rare card because it's too early to say whether it will be given out as a prize promo or anything like that. But if it isn't, assume that it is equally as rare as this one because obviously they came together at the Tokyo Fanfest. If they do reprint it, then you can kind of assume that this is going to tank in value pretty quickly. But like all the other A-series cards, there's no other way to get these other than like the Fanfest or some kind of event. So you can safely assume if you get your hands on one of these, that it's going to, you know, really have a lot of value going forward. The price of the A cards always holds value. And it kind of goes to show you how much of a community there is of collectors out there. Because again, these are the most valuable Final Fantasy TCG cards, the A prefix cards, and they're not even playable. Like, it's not like it's a super powerful card that you can put into a deck or something. It literally does nothing. It's not a tournament legal card. Even if it was tournament legal, as you can see, it doesn't do anything, so it'd still be useless. So they're really for nothing other than collectors, and the crazy, crazy demand for them just shows you just how many people out there are obsessed with completing their sets. I'm sure there are dozens, hundreds of people out there with promo card binders going nuts because these damn foreign language exclusives are leaving giant holes in their binder, and they have to kind of consider, do they really want to pay a couple $100s for this? Which, by the way, I do know that some people have sold sealed packs of these for well over $300-400. And I've seen people actually offering $500 for a sealed pack. So I'm going to grade these two, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this long term just to see if the price kind of goes up. I picked up a handful for myself just in case after what happened with the A002, which to this day I still have only a single copy of. That card is just impossible to find. I think this one will be a little bit easier, thankfully, because the Tokyo Final Fantasy XIV Fanfest was a lot bigger than the Dissidia one. And also, it seems like a lot more of these were handed out. And again, they were sealed, so the condition of them should be better as well overall. So anyways, that's the today's Rare Card Spotlight. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want to be informed of more rare cards in the future. If you have any questions about this card, just leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.